So today is the 1st of March 2024. It's an early update today for once. It's only 4 p.m. But I thought I'd get the video recorded early. I'm gonna unwind a bit tonight. Go to the gym. I'm meeting a bird later as well, so it's gonna take one day to chill and back to it tomorrow on the Saturday. But yeah, so today I've edited my videos, carried on editing for one of my clients, finished that, so I'm meeting him on Monday to look at the next steps. I had a bit of a phase where I was a bit stuck again with one of my clients' ads because I was thinking, like, how am I going to get the conversations going? And I changed the messaging and we've had more responses, so today's been a more positive day. Still can't seem to get anyone over the line though, which is a little bit frustrating, to be honest. Like, we're getting close, but no one's sort of going the whole way. Whereas my other client, again, I've got another booked call in for her. So it's getting there. Like, I don't think the ads are bad. I think changing the messaging has helped, but we're having some conversations, and now as I'm talking, another lead's popped up and dropped a message. So slowly but surely we are getting there. So I've realised both of them, but the lady who's been getting more leads and having more conversations, her sales skills aren't great. And I watched a bit of her pitches the other day and I mentioned it, and I ended up messaging one of the leads that she come off the call with today, and he was pretty much saying no. So I tried to work some magic to get him to change, but pretty much I got him to the point where he was like, look, I don't actually really understand what you're offering, which shows she didn't do a good job of building the presentation and explain to him what he needs. So I'm meeting her on Monday, so that's going to be interesting to sort of go through and teach her how to do the sales side of it. But yeah, that's that. And then now to wrap up the day today, I'm smashing this out. Like, I've still got this much left. I've got 3 more days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to read it. I've done about 30 pages today already. I'm going to try to do 100 today to make my life easier over the weekend. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a good book. Like, there's some good points in it. I just think it's too long for what it is. The points are just like really dragged out, and it's just like, it doesn't need to be as long as how it's explaining it in there, but still very good book. Now, the main thing I sort of want to talk about today, well, actually, before I get to that, the only other thing I did was I sent a breakdown to my mentor, and he said he would review it and let me know what the bits are that I need to change, or he's going to look at it and see what bit needs changing. So yeah, because obviously, like I said yesterday, the important thing is, if I'm getting paid, I need to know how to dissect the issue and fix it. So I've sent it over to him. I think it was the messaging, because the messages were getting more responses again. However, I do need to make sure that it is that, and I do want to see what he says, and I want to see how he thinks. I want to see his thought process to get to that scenario solution anyway. So yeah, that's where we are with that. Now, the thing I wanted to get to was, as I said at the start, I am meeting a girl later, and it is only a bit of fun. But the thing I want to get to, right, is I feel like you get a lot of people in this space, and not just in this space, but like boys in general, that don't really have that interaction with girls, and they sort of seclude themselves and lock themselves off, and I don't think that's right. Now, especially if you're doing this, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to run a business, whatever sort it is, you can't lock yourself off from the world. Now, I went through a phase where I did do exactly that. I shut off friends, I shut off girls, I shut off social interactions, and all I did was work. Now, good, maybe at the start that's solid, whilst you're trying to understand what you need to learn, the dedication and discipline it takes, how to sort of spread your time, you're learning the skills. Okay, fine, be a bit more strict with it, but don't create a life for yourself where you're earning loads of money and you've got no one to share the experiences with. Like I said, when I met that guy from Dubai, the billionaire, He said life is about communication. It's about having people around you. You're not meant to be on your own. And that's true. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. If you haven't got good people around you, or you can't talk to women, or you can't network, or you can't have new mates, all of this is just a waste of time. So don't lock yourself in your room, smashing out work all the time and have no life. You need to find a balance that works for you. Now, my balance, I have found it. I'll go out once every 2 weeks, maybe. I'll see my friends at the gym pretty much every day, and I'll go not out like to drink, but like out for a meal or out to see a girl once every 2 weeks. That's my rule for myself, just to give myself a bit of a mental break. And I know that in the time that I do that, I'm not losing. I'm all right. I'm losing a couple of hours from working, but I'll make sure I pick up the time before or after. And the important thing is that I'm not becoming into some fucking little freak who sits in my room all day that can't talk to women or can't socialise because I'm locked up and doing this. Now, everything is about a balance. Now, if you're just working non-stop and you get all this money, then you start travelling and going to clubs and you can't talk to birds, then you're gonna be down with yourself. So pick up on these things earlier and sort of train yourself to deal with it early, so that isn't a thing, that isn't a possibility. Now, I've gone from both extremes, and I finally found my middle ground. I went from the extreme after I broke up with my ex and started this business of no one, nothing for 5 months maybe. Then I had a bit of a mess around phase, a little one, nothing crazy. Now, also, don't get me wrong, I've never struggled with girls, and I'm not just saying. I mean, genuinely, I've never struggled with girls. I'm not like the biggest player out there. I don't sleep with fucking tens of girls every fucking week, but if I want to, I can. Right now, again, this 2023, like I met a girl in January, I remember. Then I went through another phase when I first started getting my first clients through real estate, where from start of Feb till summer, nothing, right? Then I lost all my clients from real estate, and I was like, fuck this, and I went all out, and I had a couple of, well, the summer period, I went fucking berserk. It wasn't good because I went from the extreme of being so focused that I didn't interact to the other extreme of being so interactive. I was losing concentration on this, and that is what happened. Like summer, I lost all my clients. I was a bit down with it. I was a bit lost with it. So I thought, fuck it, just went on a mad one. I went on a holiday with my mate, went on a fucking madness there. During the summer, madness. And then I lost my concentration. But now I found a balance that works for me, which is if I'm going to meet a girl, it'll be once every 2 weeks. And it's not every 2 weeks, and it's not always a new girl, but I mess around still. I still like to have fun. And I found it's good to find that balance, whatever your balance is. Yours might be once a month. Yours might be once every 3 months. But have a balance. Don't become so locked in on this that you can't even interact with people, because okay, don't get me wrong, you need to focus, you need to be extremely disciplined. I know that firsthand. But on the other side, when you get out the other end of it, if you can't fucking talk to anyone and you've become such a freak because you're stuck behind your computer all day, what's the fucking point? So it's important to find that balance, and yeah, you got to, I think when you're doing stuff like this, you've got to push yourself in all aspects of life. Push yourself to go talk to girls, push yourself to make new friends, push yourself to do whatever it is, not just build your skill set and grow your business, build your life in all other aspects. And for example, for me in the gym, I'm always pushing myself. Like yesterday, I ran to the gym with a chain wrapped around my stomach, a couple of kg chain wrapped around my stomach. I then went to the gym, did a full session, finished the session with the chains that I wrapped up, did weighted pull-ups, 3 sets with 20 kg on, and then came home. Like you've got to push yourself in everything, and I think you can't just focus on pushing yourself in this and then lack in other areas. You need to push yourself in all areas. And look, even as someone who has more interactions with girls than a large majority of people that I know, like if I think of my boy mates and boys that I know in the area, I do a lot better than pretty much all of them in terms of the girl scene. But still, it feels uncomfortable for me to go up to girls. I still, like, every now and then, if they're unbelievable, I shit myself. Like, I'm not going to lie and put on the front, it happens. But then it's the difference is between me, for example, who does it, and someone like someone that gets with the girls and someone that doesn't, is that I'll push myself and I'll feel uncomfortable and I'll take that risk of getting rejected because I'm pushing myself. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. You just got to remember at the end of the day, no matter what you're trying to do, it doesn't fucking matter. It really don't. Now, it sounds sort of counterproductive because you're working so hard on something, or you're trying to hit a personal best, or in the gym, or you're trying to get that girl, and you're trying your best, but it don't actually matter. And I think once you realise that, it's like that quote that from King Solomon. It says, "All is vanity," which means everything is meaningless, pretty much, and it is. Everything, it just doesn't fucking matter. So just do it. Do what you want to do. Find that balance. Live life how you want to do it. But on the other end to that, don't then create this life and come out of it on the other end with not being able to interact with people and being like locked up inside, no friends, no girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, find that balance. I could keep yapping on about this, but I think I'll pause it there. I'm gonna go for an early gym session. So like I said, it's just turned 4 now. I've got 70 more pages I'll try to read. This gym, come have a bit of a chilled evening, then back to it tomorrow. But yeah, just make sure you've got a balance.